Good morning, my dear children. Hope you all are doing good. So, we have seen in the last class the first part of courage in the face of catastrophe, isn't it? Let's recall the important points in the first part. What are the things we have seen? The state Kerala had faced a great destruction caused by the floods in the year 2018 in the month of August, isn't it? There was continuous rainfall for the 3 weeks in the month of August, isn't it? As a result, we had faced many destruction and nearly 14 districts are placed under the red alert, isn't it? Then, what are those districts? We have seen Chenganur, Pandanadu, Aranmula, Aluva, Chalakudi, Kuttanadu and Pandalam. All these places, in these places, millions of people were evacuated to the safer places, isn't it? And we have seen the mouthpiece of Savitri and Annamma. Savitri told that it is in the middle of the night she happened to see the water are rushing into her house. In order to save her lives and her son's life, she was just running out of the house, isn't it? And Annamma shared that she had been saving many things in order to celebrate the Onam in a best way. But what happened? Unfortunately, she couldn't even save anything, not even rice or anything. So this was the condition of the people in the month of August 2018. Let's see how they have overcome this struggle. And one more thing, they have said the tourist spot, even the tourist spot has been turned into, or it looked like, ghost town, isn't it? Even the tourist spot which attracts the attention of many tourists are now completely turned upside and it looks like a ghost town. So from that phrase we can understand how badly the flood affected the whole places, not only the lives of the people, even the landscape on the whole. Okay, let's continue. Page number 112. Hope you have your text with you. So always have your text with you, and if I ask you to mark, or if I was telling any meaning for any difficult word or new word in the passage, please note it down using a pencil, because as you know, in the coming exam also you might have questions from the text. Okay, not only from the notes which I have given, from the text also I might be asking question. So you should be thorough with each and everything in it. Okay, dear. So let's see. The courage. What kept Kerala alive despite all this devastation and misery was the undying spirit of the people, the unity, brotherhood and compassion that came flooding into dispel the dark clouds of despair. Okay, so how they overcome this particular destruction? Devastation means destruction. Okay, devastation means destruction. It is because of their undying spirit. Undying spirit means we are not ready to give up, isn't it? Whatever the situation is, we Keralites are not ready to give up. So we work together. Next thing is unity, brotherhood and compassion. All these all these four things make us or help us to overcome this destruction, isn't it? Compassion means deep awareness of something or showing sympathy towards one's suffering. Okay, മറ്റുള്ളവരുടെ ഒരു സഫറിങ്സ് കണ്ട് അതിൽ നമ്മൾ how much we feel sympathetic towards them, how much we feel oneness together with the others suffering. മറ്റുള്ളവർ വേദനിക്കുന്ന കണ്ടാ നന്നായി, അവനത് തന്നെ ആവശ്യം എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കാതെ അവരുടെ വേദന നമ്മുടെ വേദനയായി കണ്ട് നമ്മൾ അവർക്ക് സഹായിക്കുന്നത്. Okay, that is compassion. So all together, all these qualities together help us to overcome this distraction, that is dispel the dark clouds of despair. Means we all during that situation, most of them lost their belongings and houses, isn't it? And many even lost their lives too, isn't it? So we are full of out of hope, isn't it? നമുക്ക് ഹോപ്പിന് ഒരു ചാൻസും ഇല്ലായിരുന്നു. ഈവൻ ദെൻ വി ആർ ഏബിൾ ടു ഡിസ്പേഴ്സ് ദാറ്റ് ക്ലൗഡ് ഓഫ് ഡെസ്പെയർ. നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഹോപ്പും ഇല്ലാതെ ഇങ്ങനെ എല്ലാം ഇങ്ങനെ മൂടി കെട്ടിയ ഒരു നിലയിൽ നിൽക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് പോലും വി ആർ ഏബിൾ ടു ഓവർകം ദാറ്റ്, ഓർ വി ആർ ഏബിൾ ടു ഡിസ്പേഴ്സ് ദാറ്റ് ക്ലൗഡ് ഓഫ് ഡെസ്പെയർ. It is because of the four quality, as I said, the undying spirit that we are not ready to give up. Next one, unity, brotherhood and compassion. Okay. The entire country came together as one to assist, contribute generously and extend a helping hand to their fellow human beings who suffered in silence, battling against the elements that seemed determined to destroy everything that came in their path. What? Nobody go and ask help to anyone. ആരോടും പോയി സഹായം ഒന്നും ചോദിച്ചില്ല. We ourselves come forward to help the needy people. ആർക്കാണോ സഹായം ആവശ്യമുള്ളത് അവരെ തേടി സഹായിക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്നവരെ അങ്ങോട്ട് ചെന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ സഹായിച്ചത്, അല്ലേ? So that's a great quality which we have in us, isn't it? We all contribute generously. ഉള്ളവനൊക്കെ ഇല്ലാത്തവർക്ക് ജനറസ് ആയിട്ട് വളരെ കുറച്ചൊന്നും അല്ല കൊടുത്തത്, അവരെ കൊണ്ട് കഴിയുന്നതിന്റെ പരമാവധി കൊടുത്തു. Generously they have given and extend a helping hand to their fellow human beings who are suffered in silence. Okay. So worldwide people were concerned about the dire situation prevailing in Kerala and donated generously to help the affected. Not only the Keralites, we worldwide, not only the Indians help the Keralites, even worldwide they are contributing generously whatever they are able to contribute to this state in order to bring it back the same pride and beauty. They contributed generously. Okay. While armed forces pulled off exemplary rescue operations, braving hazardous rain and terrains, the fishermen were the real heroes. So during that situation, who was the real heroes? It is the fishermen, isn't it? We understand their value and their strength and their nobleness, isn't it? It is during that particular situation we realized their nobility. Even in that situation, they are also facing many difficulty, but they did not hesitate to help the needy people, because due to the flood, many were in danger, isn't it? So they helped them to pick the people who are in danger, isn't it? Without thinking about their life, they had come forward to save those people, isn't it? They are the real heroes. The fishermen are the real heroes in that particular situation. Ramu, a fisherman who was using his boats to rescue people in Chenganur, was getting his boat ready to go to an inaccessible place. The flow of water is heavy. Some of our boats got damaged. It's risky, but we have got to save our brothers and sisters who are stranded. Stranded means who are isolated. Okay. What? They know very well about the situation of the water. They know very well about the flow of water rather than others, isn't it? Even then, they know very well if they get into the water, sometimes they lost their life, sometimes there will be a severe damage to their boat. Even then, they thought that it is their responsibility, or it is they consider the other fellow human beings as their own brothers and sisters. So they did not hesitate to help them. They come forward and help them the people who are isolated. Isolated എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അറിയാലേ, ഒരിടത്തും കുടുങ്ങിപ്പോയ ആൾക്കാർ, തനിച്ച് ഒറ്റപ്പെട്ടു പോയ ആൾക്കാർ. ഓക്കെ, സേവ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഞങ്ങളുടെ റെസ്പോൺസിബിലിറ്റി, ആൻഡ് ബിക്കോസ് വി കൺസിഡർ ദം ആസ് our brother and sister. That's the good spirit, real spirit, isn't it? That shows that we are human beings, isn't it? Very good. There were students, doctors, homemakers, and people from all walks of life braving the bad weather to help out in every possible way. So, our particular situation, nobody think who I am, what my designation, nothing come to their mind. All think unitedly that we are human beings and it's our responsibility to help the human beings who are in trouble. Isn't it? That was our only motive. We did not think about anything else, whether we are rich or poor. All those things did not come to our mind in that situation, isn't it? We all wholeheartedly come forward to help the people, isn't it? There was no fuel, electricity, or mobile connectivity. Every shop, hotel, and establishment had its shutter down. Food was offered by thousands of people who were assisting in the rescue operation, isn't it? Everyone, whoever able to, there are many homemakers I knew personally also, they prepare food at their home and they have distributed all these things, these food to the needy people, isn't it? So we shows that it is not that what matter how many are benefited by this small meal, but at that time or at that situation, even offering a one-time meal is a great thing for the suffered people, isn't it? So everyone, whatever way they can help the other people, they come forward to help them. തന്നെ കൊണ്ട് കഴിയുന്ന എല്ലാ സഹായവും എല്ലാവരും, ആരും വന്നിട്ട് മടിച്ചു നിൽക്കാതെ എല്ലാവരും തന്നെ കൊണ്ട് കഴിയുന്ന രീതിയിൽ എല്ലാവരെയും സഹായിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിച്ചു, അല്ലേ? ഒരു നേരത്തെ ഭക്ഷണം മാത്രമാണ് ഒരാൾക്ക് കൊടുക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞതെങ്കിൽ അതുപോലും അവരെ ഇൻഫീരിയർ ആയിട്ട് കാണാതെ അതെങ്കിലും എന്നെ കൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച് എല്ലാവരും they come forward to help the people, isn't it? Meal packs, biscuits, other dry food and water were being distributed everywhere. നമ്മളെ കൊണ്ട് കഴിയുന്ന എല്ലാം നമ്മള് കഴിയുന്ന ആൾക്കാരെല്ലാരും സഫേർഡ് ആയ ആൾക്കാർക്ക് അവരെ കൊണ്ട് കഴിയുന്ന എല്ലാം അവര് ചെയ്തു, അല്ലേ? Then Sam Thomas, a resident of Adur, had hired a private boat to the transport food to marooned people. Okay, so this particular person whose name is Sam Thomas, he even hired a boat എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു ബോട്ട് ഇതിനു വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് മാത്രമായി അദ്ദേഹം ഹയർ ചെയ്ത് റെന്റ് എടുത്ത് ഈ ഫുഡ് ഐസൊലേറ്റഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഓരോരുത്തരും ഓരോ ഇടത്തൊക്കെ ആയിപ്പോയി. വെള്ളം നമുക്ക് മാറി കിട്ടാൻ ഒത്തിരി ദിവസങ്ങൾ എടുത്തു, അല്ലേ? അപ്പൊ ഓരോരുത്തരും ഓരോ പ്രദേശത്തായവർക്ക് ഫുഡ് കൊണ്ട് എത്തിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി ഇദ്ദേഹം ഈ പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ബോട്ടിനെ ഹയർ ചെയ്തു. Okay. There were many relief camps that were ready to provide shelter, and not only the government took steps to make rescue camp, even the resident people, they also come forward to make new rescue camp or shelter in order to provide shelter to these people who lost their homes. In the last week of August, the rain stopped, the floods receded, and people began slowly going back to their houses to clean, to rebuild, and begin life afresh. However, even after a few months, the scene is still grim. The inhabitants are being greeted by snakes, crocodiles, and other reptiles and insects as they make their way home. At Chalakudi in Thrissur district, a man who entered one night to check the condition of his house was stunned to see a new occupant, a crocodile. Okay. So what happened? In the last week, everything come back to the, not everything come back to the normal situation. The rain stopped. Okay, the rain stopped. Once the rain stopped only, what happened? Slowly, the flow of water was stopped, and what happened? From the house, these waters are started flowing out, isn't it? So slowly people come towards their houses in order to see whether they can settle back in their house. Okay. In their house. So, so the author says that even though the rain stopped in the last week, still the situation is not a pleasant one, isn't it? Because due to the flood, there will be definitely many insects or reptiles had come together in the flow of water, and they have occupied these houses by this time, isn't it? That's what last they have given, especially a person residing in Chalakudi. When he come to see the condition of his house, he was shocked on seeing a crocodile in his house. Okay. I believe you understood so far what I taught, isn't it, dear? Let's move on to the next one, celebrating Onam. Houses decked up, colorful flower, rangoli or pookolam, outside homes, and people dressed in the traditional white attire would generally be the start to a typical Onam day in Kerala. So, if we say Onam, Onam എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ മനസ്സുകളിൽ വരുന്ന ചില scenes, what are they? We wear our traditional dress, അല്ലേ, നേരിയതൊക്കെ ഉടുത്ത്. Then second thing is what? On those 10 days, we put Attapu, Rangoli with colorful flower, Attapu. Then, this year, however, people across the state are picking up the pieces and trying to get back to normal life after what seemed a nightmare of the best kind, isn't it? So, but this time, though we are not able to celebrate the Onam in the very partial way, even then we are trying to bring back that glorification to our state, isn't it? The floods that dampened Onam 2018, the harvest festival of the southern state, did not, however, dampen the spirit of the state that remained in the news, not just for the havoc the heavy rain created, but for its refreshing sense of humanity at this terrible time of grief. Of course, we are not able to celebrate the Onam in a very prosperous manner, but it shows the whole world the undying spirit of the people of Kerala. അല്ലേ, നമുക്ക് ഓണം വലുതായിട്ട് ആഘോഷിച്ച് മറ്റുള്ളവരെ കാണിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞില്ലെങ്കിലും it shows that the spirit of undying spirit, okay, undying spirit of Keralites has been proved all over the world. എല്ലാരും അത് കണ്ട് നമ്മളിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന ആ ഹ്യൂമാനിറ്റിയെ കണ്ട് all were very quite surprising, and they what appreciated us, isn't it? With over 1 million people displaced due to the floods, most people in Kerala have celebrated Onam at relief camps, isn't it? Many of them, still they are not able to go back to their houses and settle down because, as I said, their houses are completely damaged, and many of the houses are occupied by these reptiles. So it took time to clear all these things, isn't it? So most of them celebrated their Onam in this camps, isn't it? These camps had volunteers in the state who had been monumental in rebuilding Kerala, have tried to boost the spirit of Onam by their efforts. Though they have stayed in camps, we knew very well that we have faced all those things in personal, isn't it? They have been celebrating the Onam in the best way itself, isn't it? Though they have been stayed in the camp, they did not lessen the spirit of Onam, isn't it? They celebrated it in the best way. നമ്മൾ പുതിയ തുണിയും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പുതിയ ഓർണമെന്റ്സും ഒക്കെ ഇട്ട് സെലിബ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് ഓണം എന്നില്ല. ഓണം gives us happiness, togetherness. It gives a feeling of togetherness. All these feelings, the feeling of happiness and togetherness is greatly reflected during the month of August 2018, isn't it? So, we can even say that they have celebrated the Onam in the best way. അല്ലേ, നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കലും അപ്പോൾ സെലിബ്രേഷനിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും കുറവ് പറ്റിയെന്ന് നമുക്ക് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. കാരണം ഓണം ഇസ് നോൺ ഫോർ ഇറ്റ്സ് ഹാപ്പിനെസ് ആൻഡ് ടുഗദർനെസ്. അത് മറ്റുള്ള വർഷങ്ങളെക്കാളും 2018 ഒരുപാട് തന്നെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു അല്ലേ? These camps and volunteers, it has been reported that most relief camps across the state provided free Onam lunch to lakhs of people who were made homeless by the devastating flood. So we generously, or not only the government, even the people of Kerala, they contributed generously and they offered Onam Sadhya to these homeless people who are staying in the relief camp. At one such relief camp in Alapura, women turned cheerful and danced to celebrate the festival. Our home is not what we can talk about right now. We cannot go there for a long time. This little celebration is our idea of joy. We are now together. We all are staying together. Though we cannot go back to our house and we cannot celebrate in a very grand manner, but even then, the feeling of togetherness and happy and safe at this junction after facing a great distraction, now they feel relieved, isn't it? They feel relieved. So all these things brings us happiness in our mind and heart, and so we feel that we are celebrating Onam in the best way. This was the mouthpiece of a woman, said one of the women at the camp. Most of those at the camp have lost their homes and family, but the camp has decorated rangoli made of salt and color, as they could not afford flowers. So they have put rangoli using salt and color. Okay, nothing is lost. Everything will be regained. This is the spirit we want to share, says a volunteer at the camp. Okay, a volunteer in the camp, he said, nothing is lost. You should not think that you have lost something. We did not lost anything, because if we have the mind to work hard, we can set everything to back in life. Of course, many lost their dear ones. We cannot set it right. Even then, we cannot think about that person and we cannot waste our time, waste our life. അല്ലേ? ചിലരെ നമുക്ക് നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. അത് ഒരിക്കലും നമുക്ക് റീപ്ലേസ് ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയാത്ത ഒരു വേദനയാണെങ്കിലും അതിനെ മാത്രം ചിന്തിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഒരറ്റത്തിരുന്നാൽ നത്തിങ് വിൽ ബി ചേഞ്ച്ഡ്. വിഷമിച്ചിരുന്നു എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ഒന്നും ഇത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല, ശരിയാക്കാൻ കഴിയില്ല. Isn't it? So instant we had to overcome that situation and we have to move on to our life with a positive spirit. That was the word said by a volunteer. Okay. That is the message that comes through loud and clear. Togetherness to make the burden lighter. Optimism to make the future brighter. And courage to make the difficult path easier. അപ്പോൾ എന്ത് മെസ്സേജാണ് ഓൺ ദ ഹോൾ നമുക്ക് ഈ ലെസണിലൂടെ കൺവേ ചെയ്യാൻ ആഗ്രഹിച്ചത്? ടുഗദർനെസ് ടു മേക്ക് ദ ബർഡൻ ലൈറ്റർ. നമ്മൾ എന്ത് കാര്യവും ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ it will be little difficult, isn't it? But when we have many people to help us, or many give us that we are here. ആര് നമ്മുടെ ലൈഫിൽ വന്നിട്ട് നമുക്ക് കുറച്ച് പൈസ തന്നൊന്നും ആർക്കും സഹായിക്കാൻ കഴിയില്ല, അല്ലേ? ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ, ഒരു ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട് ആയ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷൻ വരുമ്പോ നമ്മള് ഈവൻ വി ഓൾസോ നമ്മള് സിറ്റുവേഷനിൽ ഇരിക്കണമെന്നല്ല, നമ്മള് when we come across any person who are in a difficult situation, we have the mind to say that I am here to help you. ഞാനുണ്ട് നിനക്ക്, നീ ഒന്നും ചെയ്യണ്ട, അവന് പോയി ഞാൻ ഉണ്ട് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ആ വാക്കിലൂടെ പോലും that person will get a spirit to work or move his life further. Okay, adana our togetherness to make the burden lighter. Next, optimism to make the future brighter. Optimism means whatever thing which we have faced in our life, we never give up our effort. We always consider everything in a very optimistic way, very positive way. Okay, എന്ത് നമ്മുടെ ലൈഫിൽ സംഭവിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിലും നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കലും നമ്മുടെ പോസിറ്റീവ് ഇത് വന്നിട്ട് വിട്ടുകൊടുക്കാൻ പാടില്ല. Okay, whatever happen, I will move on to the next level. Nothing will stop me. Or whatever happen, okay, this is also for good things. God teach me some lesson. I have understood that. നമ്മൾ എന്ത് വീഴ്ചയിലും തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും അതിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്കൊരു പാഠമുണ്ടാവും പഠിക്കാനായിട്ട് അല്ലേ. അപ്പോ അത് നമ്മൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കി we have to move on to our life to the next level. That's the second message. And third one, courage to make the difficult path easier. നമുക്കൊരു നമ്മുടെ ലൈഫിൽ ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട് സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ഫേസ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും എന്തോന്ന് വേണം, കറേജ് വേണം അല്ലേ. സോ ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട് ആയിട്ടുള്ള സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ഓവർകം ചെയ്യാൻ ഞാൻ വിത്ത് കറേജ്, optimistic view and togetherness, all together, these three qualities, definitely I will move on to the next level in my life. That's the message conveyed through this particular incident. Okay, I believe you understood the lesson. If you find any difficulty, please call me and clarify it. Okay, I think അതിൽ നമുക്ക് പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞു തരാനില്ല. കാരണം ഈ സിറ്റുവേഷൻസ് നമ്മൾ പേഴ്സണൽ ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ കടന്നു വന്ന ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആണ് അല്ലെ, നമ്മൾ പേഴ്സണൽ ആയിട്ട് അനുഭവിച്ച ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. അപ്പോ ഇത് നിങ്ങൾ സ്വയം വായിക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ when you read the text itself you can understand the feeling and the feeling of the people who lost their life and how the spirit of helpingness and togetherness help us to overcome that situation. All these things are we had faced personally, isn't it? So I believe that if you read the text one or two times, you yourself understood the concept clearly. Okay, even then if you have any doubt or difficulty in understanding the concept, please call me and clarify your doubts. Okay dear, see you in the next class. Thank you dear.